Welcome to the righteous sphere. We separate the gray areas over here. We don't do the lying like those other places. No. We don't do no fucking lying over here. You're gonna get the truth.
They want me to do the 20 verse 1 in Atlanta with the sisters. What do y'all think about that, y'all? They want me to do the 20 versus 1 show where they bring 20 queens out. They bring 20 queens out and I pick the queens I like, and then it's a round 2 and a round 3. But my problem with the 20 versus 1 is this. My problem with the 20 versus 1, how do I know everybody is a biological woman? That's my problem with the Atlanta 20 versus 1. Atlanta is Transformer Central. Atlanta is Transformer Central. Atlanta is How do I know all 20 of those queens are organic women?
Lord heavens.
How do I know that? That's my problem. You can't even check the birth certificate because they can change the birth certificate too. So I don't really know. This could be a COINTELPRO operation. If we're going to do this, I need proof that these were biological queens. I need to see baby pictures. I need to see baby pictures, elementary school pictures, middle school pictures, and high school prom pictures. I need to see pictures from every stage of their life. All 20 of them got to be thick in the thighs and natural hair. All 20 of them got to be thick in the thighs and natural hair. They could be 5 thick in the thighs, 4, 12 thick in the thighs, 6, 1 thick in the thighs, and the hair.
Let me tell you something. We about to go stupid. 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 This shit we be on stupid. This shit I'm blowing on stupid fruity. If it ain't D, y'all she right Gucci stupid. Louis stupid. All about my check and I go stupid.
Lord, they blood loud like he Putin. Nigga thugged out like he Putin. Ain't a coop, nigga can't scoop me. I hear the hate loud, call it rootin'. Dodo bird, a real extra bitch. Speeding around in a dumb wheel. Push start, banana split. Dior bag, hold an extra clip. Cuff a rap nigga, extra drip. Then stack with him, extra flips. Florida water, real loony bitch. Purse Gucci, no Dooney bitch. Pussy talk, no rumor-ish. On the whole head like a tumor sick. Shots fired, I don't miss. I'm the definition of a real bitch.
We on stupid. This shit I'm blowing on stupid fruity. If it ain't D, y'all she right Gucci stupid. Louis stupid. All about my check and I go stupid. I'm in a 2-seat on my cup till no hangovers on me. Gon' try buy your new phone with we in the Range Rover, no heat. Take out Mac, can't wait next year. Roll that out, I'ma cover my ear. I'm too high, so don't come near. If it ain't on me right here. Got an ounce pride, got pills on my drive like we're broke way too long, main reason I don't love be spinning. Took it out last year, now wake up. Both on your main, now she stuck. I don't do favors and don't trust luck. I'm pulling up if it's by the bug. This shit we be on stupid. This shit I'm blowing on stupid fruity. If it ain't D, y'all she right Gucci stupid. Louis stupid. All about my check and I go stupid.
In my email box, a lot of people, they ask me about loneliness, how to deal with loneliness and depression. And for some weird reason in our society, they tie loneliness and depression together like if it's one and one. Those things are separate, guys. Those things are two different things, guys. Loneliness can lead to depression, vice versa. Depression can lead to you feeling lonely. You know what I mean? And guys, loneliness and depression is two different things, guys, right? And loneliness and being alone is two different things as well, guys. So don't confuse that, all right? Don't confuse those things. Today we're going to focus on this, guys. This is our aim for today, guys. These are today's aim. We're going to go over the seasons of loneliness, why God why God put loneliness upon us. You know what I mean? You know how we do over here, guys. We don't We don't cater to the nonsense. All of this been written in the instructions. So I'll give you my spill, but we also going to go with what the exact correction is, you know what I mean? Because my spill is only my opinion. But them instructions, those are the facts. Those are the facts to life. All right. So I'll give you my spill, but we gonna check on what the instructions say, you know what I mean? On why God, you know what I mean, put that here. Why he put it here, why he bring loneliness upon us. You know what I mean? And third, guys, we're gonna figure out how we handle it, man. We're gonna figure out how we handle it. You know what I mean? We're gonna figure out how we handle it. And guys, I want you guys to know right now, it's okay to feel lonely. It's okay to feel lonely. Salute to XL Pro. XL Pro, I've been getting the cash apps. Much love and appreciation. Salute to you, my guy. I got that cash app from earlier. I didn't even know which video you saw, man. But in any event, much love and support, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. Really appreciate you. But yeah, guys, you don't gotta feel bad. You know what I mean? We're in a society today where they try to make you feel bad for being alone, or make you feel bad for being lonely, for having a feeling of lonely. They make you feel bad for being able to zone in. We also live in an era where we got these guys teaching guys how to go MGTOW. MGTOW is being able to be alone. That is the art of mastering how to be alone. And to go MGTOW, that don't have nothing much to do with women. You know what I mean? Women play a part in it, but it's not all about women. Going MGTOW is going your own way so that you can learn yourself. You know what I mean? So you can regroup, you can lick your wounds, you know what I mean? And you can figure some things out. And we're gonna go through all that today, you know what I mean? But for the most part, we want to correct some things because people take and throw their own twist on shit, and then before you know it, everybody got their own meaning of loyalty. Everybody got their own meaning of everything. It's an exclusive meaning of everything nowadays. It's like you make it up as you go along. If it don't fit you, if you can't live up to the original standard, it's like people make their own shit up nowadays. But there's always going to be an original standard, an original way to do things. You know what I mean, guys? But loneliness, you don't got to feel no way about loneliness, guys. You don't got to feel no way about loneliness because we all lonely. We all go through periods and seasons of loneliness, guys. We can't control that. Nobody can control that. So you don't got to feel like, oh, I'm lonely. And this is another thing. You see, guys, that unforgiven sin is raising. It's raising among us. We just had a model girl off herself. And just yesterday, we got they found the guy from Walking Dead, Mosley. They just found him. You know what I mean? So this shit is rising. This shit is rising. I mean, people are just not happy. And this mental health thing, they're struggling. You know what I mean? And this is all self-inflicted. You know what I mean? This is all self-inflicted because people are plain lazy and people refuse to accept some truth. So you're going to always be depressed. You're going to always be lonely. You know what I mean? And that's a fact, guys. Right? So when you caught up with the ways of the world, you know what I mean? And you overlook the meaning of being alone because you're so busy trying to keep up with everything, you take up your time. You take up your time, you take up your energy, you take up your me time chasing these ways of the world. And that's what have you chasing your tail. That's what have you forfeiting your actual overall happiness to fit in with the ways of the world. You know what I mean? See how that works, guys? And you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with being lonely. There's nothing wrong with being lonely, guys. Do know that. You know what I mean? Guys, I want to start off by telling you guys, right? There's 4 phases. When I just told you, I told you guys, right? Today, we want to go over our focus. We want to go over the seasons of loneliness, right? I tell you guys, there is 4 seasons of loneliness, just like how there's 4 seasons. You know what I mean? Summer, winter, spring, fall. There's 4 seasons of loneliness, and everybody go through it. You might your season might not be my season, but it's loneliness. Loneliness is loneliness. All right. So first off, you got the lonely single, right? A lot of you guys that watch my channel, you guys are gonna fall under this category as the lonely single. You know what I mean? You wish you could, you know what I mean? You blue pill, you want to live out that fantasy. You wish God could just give you a girl and you could have your girl, you can get your house with the white picket fence, you can have 1 or 2 kids, a dog, you know, but you guys want that, y'all lust that, you know what I mean? So that's, you have your lonely singles, you know what I mean? Those guys just feel like I just need a girl, the girl gonna complete me. You know what I mean? So imagine being one of them. All right. So this is why I tell you, don't beat yourself up for being lonely. You know what I mean? Or feeling lonely, but being alone. Remember, those are 2 different things, guys. You gotta remember the feeling of lonely is that shit hurt. That shit hurt. Lose somebody, that shit hurt. That's a physical feeling. But being alone is a mind state. The sense of being alone is just a mental thing, guys. All right. But anyway, so number 2, guys, you got your single lonely. You got your lonely single. Number 2, you got your lonely spouse. A lot of you people that's single lonely think that, oh, once I meet my girl, I'm not gonna be lonely. Guys, I got a girl. Always had a female by my side. And I get lonely still, guys. I get lonely. She get lonely. Right now, she probably lonely because I'm here doing this. I'm here spending my time helping you guys. You know what I mean? So you see, and when you get in a relationship, the relationship is based on sacrifice. A winning relationship. Now, if you're in one of these trauma bonding relationships, y'all finna play yourself anyway. But a winning relationship requires sacrifice. Ain't gonna be all this lovey-dovey, Netflix and chill, me on top of you, I'm on top of her. Ain't gonna be all that. You know what I mean? So you gotta get comfortable with being alone, or you will really be alone because you'll chase off every single partner that you get trying to be all on their neck, guys. All right. Then you got your lonely seniors, guys. Your lonely seniors. These are the older folks that empty nest. You know what I mean? Some widows. You know what I mean? But they didn't raise their kids. The kids went on off to have kids, and now they're lonely. You know what I mean? So you get the theme, guys. You see why I say loneliness is in your mind. You know what I mean? It's in your mind. You want to embrace it because everybody is lonely at some form or another. And in one season or another, everybody is lonely. But now this is the trick. You want to take your loneliness and maximize it because loneliness is your superpower, guys. Loneliness, being able to be alone is a superpower for you guys. All right. Then last but not least, we have our lonely survivors, guys. These are the people that lost loved ones. You know what I mean? These are the people that have been through tragedy where they lost body parts, lost loved ones. You know what I mean? Can you imagine being one of those people? It must get real lonely for one of those people. It must get real lonely. Imagine being together with somebody for 15 years and losing them. You know what I mean? So you think you lonely? You think you lonely? Do you really think you are lonely? You know what I mean? I hope you don't think you're lonely. You know what I mean? Be grateful for what you got, guys. You don't know what you got until it's gone. You know what I mean? A lot of people worry about what the next person got, and they not realizing what they got. You know what I mean? And that's sad. All right, guys? There's nothing wrong with being lonely, guys. Number 2, guys. Number 2 on the list, right? What is God's purpose of having us lonely, right? Because we all know the famous joint in Genesis, and the Lord God said, "It's not good for the man, for that the man should be alone. I will make him and help me for him, and the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made he a woman and brought her unto the man." You know what I mean? So a lot of guys, you'll run into the assholes, the super smart dudes. You know what I mean? The ones that just want to find any reason not to fuck with the instructions. You'll get a lot of those dudes that'll be like, oh, if it's a real God, then why is it loneliness? Why is it this? Why is it that? You know what I mean? Like if God's supposed to do everything for you, you know what I mean? Like you're not supposed to do no work. Like you're supposed to just sit there and wait for the creator, the person that gave you the ultimate, he blessed you already gave you the ultimate blessing by creating you and giving you the opportunity of life. You know what I mean? Remember, guys, that's not your mother. God is your, you know what I mean? Y'all worship your moms like y'all should worship God, and that's not good. That's part of y'all suffering, and that's part of y'all ill and miseducation. You know what I mean? That's, you know what I mean? And that's why your belief system is kind of where it's at. You know what I mean? But you got to change the laws of your mind, guys. But yeah, in any event, God, so they say that why God leave us lonely? God leave us lonely, guys, to communicate with us. You know what I mean? He pull us away from the noise. When he want to communicate with us, he know how to do it. That's why he'll get us lonely. That's why you may feel you're lonely. Remember, don't be looking at being lonely as something bad. That's you. That's the worldly thing. The worldly way puts that, oh, it's bad. God wants you to be alone sometimes, because that's when, remember I told you guys a long time ago when we did the video on how to speak to your creator, how to speak to the God in you, and I told you, turn the fucking music off sometimes, and the voice that, the ideas and the conversation that you have in your head, that's you talking to your creator. Those conversations and ideas and testimonies, and when you repenting what you did, because you know when you running over in your head the fucked up shit that you did, he's hearing you. He's conversing back to you. You know, you answer yourself back in your mind. It all happens mental. It's a mental thing, guys. What do you think meditation is, guys? That's just a fancy worldly way of saying what I just told you. When people meditate, they might not even know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Because it just sound cute and it look cute to have the yoga outfit on and the yoga shit on and go sit there and just meditate. But when you meditate, guys, you blocking out everything and you channeling your inner, and you speaking to your creator. You listening to your creator. You know what I mean? Listening to your creator. And that's how that's going to work. Also, guys, too, he leave you lonely sometimes so that you can examine yourself. Examination. It's an examination. This is why a lot of you feel like, oh, I'm alone. I'm alone. So you race and you run to do all of this stuff to fulfill that void of loneliness, when that's the time you need to be alone. He got you alone so you can examine yourself. So you can examine what you need to be fixed, how you can make yourself whole so that you can go to the next level, not half stepping. You know what I mean? So while you sitting there worried about being lonely, he's sitting there waiting for you to max out. He's sitting there waiting for you to become the best version of yourself. That's why you're lonely. That's why you in this period of loneliness. You know what I mean? I tell you guys, he pull you so that he can communicate with you, so that he can examine, he can test your strength. I mean, that's what an examination is, guys. When he pull you and you're in that season of loneliness, he's gonna test you to see how much of what you learned. You know what I mean? When he saved you from the fire, when he, you know, God saved us from demons all day. Now, when he saved us, the examination part come in as is he gonna go back to the same demon I just rescued him from? You know, is he gonna go call that ex that he know damn well he shouldn't be calling because she took him through the ringer? You know what I mean? It's a test, guys. It's a test. He examined you. That's why you feel lonely. So sometimes when you feeling lonely, be like, all right, what's this test? Make sure you fighting temptation. Make sure you're not succumbing to those temptations and to those desires, fellas. Is that real? Is that real? Is that real? If it makes sense, I hope I'm not losing y'all. I'm trying to do it as uncomplicated as possible, guys. You know how I do. I try to do it as uncomplicated as possible. All right. And last but not least, to answer our question, because I told you we have 4 seasons of loneliness. And I know we're going to have some super textbook dudes, you know what I mean, some Chads or some extra spiritual Christians that are going to come over here and try to debate with me. Or so why, if it's a God, then why he had people lonely? Why he, you know what I mean? I just told you 2 reasons why he had people lonely. He had people lonely so that he could communicate with them, so he could tell them what he need to hear, guys. And in fact, honestly, in the Bible, guys, if you want to really get down to it and break it down to the molecule, each of these guys in the Bible, right? There's a story about each of these guys. David in them caves, Joseph in the prison, Moses on the mountaintop, you know what I mean? Jesus in the wilderness, Paul and Abraham, you know what I mean? And all of these guys, right? You know what was the common thing? They needed an examination. He called them. He had them feel lonely. All these guys went through periods of loneliness to surpass the test, to sacrifice. They had to sacrifice loneliness and that feeling of loneliness, you know what I mean? To withstand the test, to withstand time. You know what I mean? And they did it. You know what I mean? It's all mental. Loneliness is all mental. You know what I mean? When you're lonely, it's because God is checking on you. He's asking you to examine yourself. He's asking you to examine. Make sure he's testing your strength. Make sure you are who you are. Make sure he are who he created you to be. You know what I mean? Number 3, guys, to prepare you, guys. He leave you alone sometimes. You ever hear the calm before the storm? So sometimes he have you lonely, feeling lonely, and leave you alone to prepare for what's next. So you want to embrace your alone time. You want to embrace your alone time because it's always going to be a calm before the storm. You know what I mean? And that's how he worked. That's how he worked. You know what I mean? True story. Salute to Tolo 201. You Elijah, Tolo. You know you Elijah, bro. You Elijah. You the Jezebel killer, bro. You was Elijah, bro. The Jezebel killer. Yes. I mean, spend the time to focus on you to get next to him. You know what I mean? That's what he wants you to do. He wants you to spend time to focus on you to get next to him. You could really learn, and you could really dig deep in to learn who you are. You know what I mean? When you're alone, guys, and you learn what you need to fix. You know what I mean? How you need to fix it without judgment. You know what I mean? This is why I tell you guys, being alone is really a superpower, guys. That's when you're the closest, and that's when you're the closest in line and in tune with God. You know what I mean? You ain't worrying about you ain't harboring, you ain't focusing on nobody else bullshit, you ain't lugging nobody else baggage. It's just you and your creator. You know what I mean? You and your creator. You ain't gotta lie to nobody, you ain't gotta be in delusion, you ain't gotta, you know what I mean? Because we all wear masks. Believe it or not, guys, throughout the day, we all wear masks. And depending on who we around, the different masks we put on. Depending on who we are around, the different masks come on. You know what I mean, guys? And you know what I mean? So that's one thing. So how do you deal with it really, guys? How you deal with it? My little trick to dealing with loneliness and embracing it. To deal with it is to embrace it, to tell you the truth. To deal with loneliness is to just flat out embrace it. You want to reach out. You want to reach up. When I say reach up, you know what I mean? You want to get connected, get close to them, embrace being alone. That's when you're going to reach up and you're going to have your most conversations with your creator, you know what I mean? And you're going to have with yourself. You're going to really self-examine, self-reflect. You're going to reach up. You're going within, reach up, reach within you. You know what I mean? Once you get the word from the God and the creator, then you're going to reach within you. You know what I mean? And that's when you're going to put yourself under that microscope and you're going to look in that mirror hard. You ain't got no reason to lie to yourself. You know what I mean? And you're going to fix whatever it is you don't like about it. And then you reach out, guys. Feel free to reach out to your brothers. You know what I mean? Feel free to reach out to your brothers, guys. A lot of us take on, and we want to take on this shit by ourselves. No, guys, that's not what it's designed to do. That's how you'll fail. You know what I mean? It's not designed for us to take on these struggles by ourselves. That's why left and right, people often they self. Guys is often they self. Women is often they self because they holding in too much. When you could let it out, you could let it out, guys. Right now, we in the internet era. There's so many of these platforms right here that you could go to for an hour, 2 hours, and just listen to some real true knowledge. You know what I mean? And vent. You could vent in the chat. You know what I mean? You guys could go crazy in my chat. You know, we don't care, it's not about feelings. As long as you putting truths in there, you speak your truth in my chat. But these are the platforms, and these are where you're gonna go to vent that out, to get that off, so you don't bottle it up and then make dumb decisions. You know what I mean? Make lifetime decisions that you can't go back in and fix. You know what I mean, guys? Once you train your mind to appreciate your time and your peace, it's like you will never settle for mediocrity again. You will never settle for worthless entertainment again. If it's not education, you know what I mean, then you're not gonna want it. And that's just something that I learned. And this is why when those of you that get my package deals, you know the first thing I tell you guys is go monk mode. When I say go monk mode, that's just my way of saying go MGTOW. You know what I mean? Learn yourself. You know what I mean? Go lonely. Go be lonely for a while. Go be lonely. You know what I mean? I recommend all men be lonely. You know what I mean? It make you appreciate yourself more. You know what I mean? All men should go lonely. It make you appreciate yourself 10 times more, guys. No cap. No cap. All men should go lonely. All right, let's see what the chat's saying tonight before we get into our little warm-up video. I did it in reverse today. You know what I mean? I got a nice little motivational video for those of you that deal with this loneliness problem. Yeah, this feeling alone problem. I mean, let's go up from the top to the bottom. All right, we got Pan-Africa, black men going their own way in the house. Stand back, stand ready, flexing on the patriarch is a necessity. You already know, my God. You know what I mean? We got Israel Young Lion. Israel Young Lion, salute to you, man. How you feeling? Thank you for coming over. We got XL Pro in the house. XL Pro, what it is, man. Thank you, man. Much love, man. Much love. You know what I mean? We got Tolo. What up, man? We already know. You are not alone. Not alone. I'm here with you. T.O., man. Always getting it popping in the chat, man. Salute to you, man. We got Star Fox. Star Fox, what's up, man? 100. You already know. You know what I mean? All right, and we round out. Back to T.O. Back to T.O. You know what I mean? All right, guys. So let's get into the little warm-up video. I got a nice little video. Salute to A-Lux. I know. Only fuck with the best. Only deliver you guys the quality.
World, or better said, the market, doesn't want you to be alone. It wants your full, undivided.
Behind every successful product, smart UX. Behind that,
Divided attention, not for some kind of nefarious reasons, unless you ask someone with a tinfoil hat. No, it's just how the world works. But you've become accustomed to being overly generous with your attention, and in a way, the habit has kind of ruined the appeal of solitude. You'd think being alone really isn't that hard, but some people would literally rather be in physical pain than stay still for 15 minutes. So in order to use being alone as a...
And this is a fact right here, guys. People would rather be antsy, pantsy, can't sit still than, you know what I mean, than to be alone, than to just sit down, just chill for a minute. You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of what the culture and what the environment and what our society created. Like little work rats running on the wheel, not really getting nowhere, just moving really fast. But because they moving in place, it's like treadmill running. You know what I mean? Like, you ever see somebody run on a treadmill? They just be running, but it ain't going nowhere, running in place.
Superpower. You first need to master the art of doing nothing. Joke's on us, you're a pro at doing nothing, right? The art of doing nothing means finding time to be alone with yourself and enjoying it. When you're up late at night or early in the morning before the world wakes up, have you ever stopped long enough to notice just how quiet everything is? It feels like time stretches, giving you the chance to do whatever you want to do. And these are the perfect moments to meditate, which in reality, that's what the art of doing nothing actually is. And with
Interested in selling printed products such as wall art and apparel with your design online? Go to
practice, you can
Notice, guys, you hear that word again. You hear that meditate word again. That meditate word is really real, guys. That meditate word is really real. Remember what I told you, meditation, praying, all that is slowing your ass down, speaking to the voices in your head, which is your God, your creator.
emulate this whenever and wherever you want. Not to be confused with being lazy, though, which is the art of avoiding responsibilities. This method is something different altogether. The Dutch call it niksen, which means being idle or doing something without any use. But actually, we would dispute the without any use part because this is extremely useful. Useful enough, the concept is actually being taught in corporations as a means to relieve stress and anxiety. To do this, you need to be alone with your mind open, which can be easier said than done, right? French philosopher Blaise Pascal once said, "All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone." Jeez, talk about dropping a truth bomb in the 1600s. Dude was ahead of the curve. But if spending time alone with yourself is something you find really hard, it's typically because of one or two reasons. One, you get bored quickly. Or two, the crushing reality of your life is too hard to handle. Alright, so the first one really isn't your fault. We've basically been conditioned by society that being bored is a crime and should be avoided at all costs. Besides, how can you be bored when you have all these distractions and a habit of always doing something? But the truth is, there's absolutely nothing wrong with being bored. Believe it or not, it's a natural state. We're not wired to handle constant stimulation. It's more like a disease that will ultimately lead you to misery. If you can manage to stay bored long enough, your mind will start to wander, which is a good thing. That's what you're after here. The second reason requires a bit of work, but it's the kind of work that can only be done effectively while you're alone, when it's just you and your thoughts. Think of it like self-therapy. Instead of spending thousands of dollars talking to a professional, you're sitting down to chat with yourself internally or externally. I mean, lots of smart folks talk to themselves.
Guys, you hear me tell you this all the time. You don't need to go pay no people all this money for package deals. You don't need to go to that church and put all that money in that pastor's little offering. I mean, all of this stuff, all this self-improvement, all this life hack thing can be done from the privacy and the seat of your own home, guys. And that's a true story, guys. And it can be done during a time where you feel like you're alone, you're lonely. That's when you want to do these things.
And this is where introspection happens, and it's vital for emotional intelligence as it clears the mind and boosts awareness.
Meet Editor X, the world's most advanced website design platform.
Usually when people first begin their journey of introspection, all kinds of old memories bubble up to the surface. Embarrassing moments from the past. Things you should have said, things you should have done, and things you wished had never happened. What's important to remember is you don't have to fix anything. Just be aware of your thoughts and feelings. Give them a moment to exist and just let it all be. Give yourself grace for the negative, recognition for the positive, and hold space for anything that brings you discomfort. It's all part of the human experience. But how does this become your superpower? When you learn how to rest your mind and settle into it, that's when you truly begin to understand yourself. You can discover what you believe and what you don't, which is pretty damn powerful when you consider how many people don't actually know themselves, their strengths, weaknesses, and triggers. Through examining the things that come to your mind, you gain a greater understanding of what makes you tick, what values you hold dear, what friendships you find fulfilling, and what things hold the power to throw you off course. Now, we're not going to pretend like this process is all sunshine and roses. It is not. In fact,
And nothing that's going to benefit you greatly is going to be easy, right? But this is why everybody is faking it till they making, because they don't got to do the work. The work is hard. Oh, it's hard. It's hard to live right. It's hard. So this is why we got the majority of people doing fucked up shit. This is why we got majority of people faking it till they making it, acting like what they done built is legit, and the shit is trash. Straight up, it's trash. But they'll front, and then they'll push it across somebody else's table, across somebody else's desk, and expect the person to like it, and expect the person to like it. Delusional, guys.
it's some of the most daunting work you can do, but also some of the most rewarding. One of today's greatest thinkers, Naval Ravikant, describes this in a very helpful way for our generation. Think of your mind like your email inbox. Every day, more and more unread emails pile up. These emails are problems, feelings, and situations that need your attention, but you ignore them because it's easier to keep distractedly scrolling or partying with your friends. So when you finally sit down to try your hand at meditation, what happens? Well, those emails start to bombard you. They come up rapidly, one after another, all vying for a resolution. It can be scary AF, right? All of a sudden, this self-therapy has you realizing just how much you've been lugging around with you month to month, and it's too much. It's enough to cause many of us to run for it, right? You tried it, but it didn't make you feel better, so you just call it a loss and get back to business as usual, one instant dopamine hit at a time. But here's the thing. Pretty much everything worth having in life isn't easy. It's almost always hard fought. You want a healthy and lasting relationship? That's hard work. You want to overhaul your lifestyle and lose weight? That's hard work. You want to build a company and retire young?
And this is a fact, guys. A lot of you guys is like, yo, why is there so many? It's no good relationships. Relationships is dying. Marriages is dying because people, men and women, nobody want to do the work. Everybody want to find their soulmate and quit. Everybody think once they find their love life, their soulmate, that once they find their soulmate, it's over. And that's why ain't nobody satisfied, ain't nobody happy, because the game never stopped, guys. The game never stopped. Hypergamy is going to always be kicking in. And your resources is going to go up, guys. If you're doing what you're supposed to do, your resources is going to go up, which means your options is going to go up, which means you're going to start to wake up and you're not going to be in a chase position like how you used to be when you was young. You're going to be getting chased, and you're going to start to understand they're a waste of time, a whole waste of time. You know what I mean? But this is when you'll learn yourself the most. This is when you get older, is when you'll be placed in more situations that you're faced to be by yourself. You know what I mean? You see how that works? When you young, you be around, or you the life of the crowd, you're the life of the party. Everybody you're a social crowd, and don't nothing get done. You know what I mean? Everything is social crowd for fun, because you ain't getting money. You know what I mean? You ain't getting the money like that. But it's when you get older that you start to get the money and the resources, but you have less of a circle. You have less of friends. You don't have no friends damn near. You know what I mean?
Guessed it, more hard work. And the relieving thing about all of this is it doesn't stay hard forever. If you consistently dedicate time every day to tackling some of your unread emails, your inbox will eventually sit at zero. The only things you'll have to catch up on is the stuff that happened yesterday, because everything else has been handled. Suddenly, your creative juices can flow more freely because the weight of everything else isn't dragging you down. And as Naval says, that's when you truly arrive at the art of doing nothing. You're finally free to enjoy that nothingness, that hard-fought silence in your mind. And this gives you a major edge over others. The ability to be strong and well while you're alone isn't a forte of this generation, or any generation for that matter. But when the hard personal work is complete, you essentially evolve into a more well-rounded and powerful human being. All that time spent in introspection gives you insights into where you might be lacking, what life skills you have, and what ones need to be refined. Understanding who you are and what you want puts you in a position to forge stronger connections and relationships. It allows you to better and more fully express yourself and communicate with those around you, especially those who are closest. While others constantly butt heads with their partners over how to best live their life together, you and yours are sailing smoothly because these discussions were had long before you got hitched. So yeah, it's hard in the beginning, and you might even not understand why you're doing the work and putting yourself through this. But if you want to wield this superpower that so many others don't have, it's all entirely worth it. Introspection and self-awareness pays dividends, Aluxers. It's time you start investing.
And I think that was pretty self-explanatory right there, guys. She rounded up everything that I just told you about. I mean, everything that I just told you, everything I just gave you the biblical for in the beginning, she rounded it right on out right there. With that, guys, now I got 15 more reasons for you to embrace your loneliness, guys. Y'all know how we do over here. I got my list, so I'm going to give you 15 more reasons. You know what I mean? Let's take a little break real quick. Little intermission, little class break. And when we come back, guys, share this video, guys. Share this video on your social media platforms. When we come back, though, guys, we're going to break this down. We're going to get this down. 15 reasons why you want to embrace your loneliness, guys. All right. Be right back, guys. Stay tuned.
Battery medium. Connected to iPhone. Connected to Galaxy A20.
guys.
820 disconnected.
I have to go get me some more drink. You know what I mean? Y'all mad? Y'all mad I went to go get me some more drink, yo? Don't be mad at me, man. I had to, man. But anyway, now that I'm back, let's get started, man. Let's get started. Number one. You know what I mean? Number one, 15 reasons to embrace your loneliness. Number one, guys, you want to be sure you know if you are lonely or alone. You know what I mean? Because it's a big difference, guys. It's a big difference. Are you lonely or you just alone? Because lonely is a hurt feeling, boy. You can feel that in your chest. You can feel that in your gut to be lonely. That's a physical feeling to be lonely. Now, to be alone, that's a state of mind. That's just a state of mind. You know what I mean? A state of being. You feel me, guys? That ain't physical, nothing with that. That's in your mind. That's in your head. All right? So know the difference. It's a big difference, guys. Number two, being alone inspires creativity, new ideas, new ways of approaching problems, guys. You know what I mean? Being alone, in order to open your creativity, one must have the capacity for constructive use of solitude. You know what I mean? You got to be able to use your solitude. You know what I mean? One must overcome the fear of being alone. You have to overcome that in order to win, guys. You know, the fear of being alone is almost like that bully. And if you're afraid of confrontation, then you never gonna win that life, because then that means you're gonna always be agreeable. And we already learned through statistics that the most agreeable people in life are the losers. Those are the poorest people in life. The non-agreeable people are going to be the richest people because they don't settle for anything. You just can't give them anything. All right, guys? So you always want to know that. You know what I mean? You always want to be alone. Embrace your alone. That's when you, honestly, guys, I ain't going to hold you. When I wake up in the morning and it's just me and it's just that's when they're fully functioning. Right before I go down to bed, right before I go down to sleep, fully functioning, because it just be that alone time. It just be you and your thoughts. When it's just you and your thoughts, that's when you generating the biggest and the best. You can't generate the biggest and the best thoughts if you always on the scene, if you always on a party, if it's always music, it's always chaos, it's always drama. You know what I mean? Because your mind gonna be always focused on some other shit. It's never gonna get a chance to focus on the shit that you needed to focus on to get you out of there. You know what I mean, guys? Cheers to you, idle hands. Word. Number three, guys. Learning to be alone boosts mental strength. Think it don't boost mental strength, guys? You know what I mean? Is you crazy? Take kids, knock some task out dolo. Knock some task out that you were scared to do, and you do it by yourself. Because, you know, when you do things by yourself, you'll have the most confidence because you ain't worried about somebody laughing at you if you fail. So you'll be able to do it. You know what I mean? And when you gain that confidence from doing that, boy, ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you nothing. You know what I mean? And this is only gonna come from you knocking out tasks alone. When you're not afraid to be alone, and when you're alone and you're just doing stuff, you still doing things that you want to do and knocking them out, confidence, boom, through the roof. You know what I mean? That's how you become the best version of yourself. You see how that is? That's why I tell you go monk mode. Because when you monk mode, you ain't got nobody that's on the next level judging you, standing on your shoulders. You know what I mean? Making you feel away, making you feel like you ain't moving faster in life, when we all have different speeds. We all have different levels in life. You know what I mean? We all have a different hand that we always dealt. You know what I mean? But for some reason, again, people like looking over their shoulders at whatever people got. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm lonely. He got the girls. He got 4 girls that he triggered, that he's simping on, who really they got him, and he broke. He live at one of their house, but you worry about that dude because he got the female. You know what I mean? So you feeling like, oh, you feeling alone because you don't have a girl. You know what I mean? Come on. Then you got the guys, like I tell you, who have girls, but they girls don't pay them no mind. So they got a girl, but they still lonely. but you feeling like you're alone, you feeling lonely, for what reason, bro? Take that time as an opportunity. Take that time. Do you ever notice how when a guy break up with his girl, and that period be the best period of the dude life? I mean, that dude go from worst to first in that period of time after the breakup, when his girl don't want him back and he ain't out there in the field trying to mess with no girls, and he's all about himself. He's on some, I'm getting my money, I'm on my money, I'm getting my money. That's when that man is at the best part, the prime of his life. And you know why? Because he's dolo. He's alone. He's lonely. That is, you know what I mean? Number 4, guys. You learn to reflect on your past, present, future, and plan accordingly, guys. It's no better time than to be alone, and then you get a chance to reflect on the things you did do well. You get the chance to reflect on the things that you haven't done very well. You get to reflect on plans on how you're going to accomplish some things. You get to reflect, and you get to really take a chance to analyze it. Go back to what I told you, why God put loneliness here. He put loneliness here for us to examine ourselves, examine others. I mean, maybe we take a step back and examine our partner. Maybe we need to examine how our partner is treating us. Maybe we need to examine how we need to treat our partner. But in loneliness comes examination, where we need to sit there and analyze some shit. You know what I mean? When you all hyper moving around, you tend to overlook things. You don't pay attention to detail. You only can focus in on detail when you're alone, when you're lonely. You know what I mean? Number 5, guys. It's a break from daily stress. Definitely, guys. This goes back to the meditation. This goes back to why they say you pray every time. This is why the church sell you, and they say you pray every night before you go to bed. But you know what I mean? What you really want to do is you want to meditate and say your prayer. You know what I mean? Say your prayers, meditate. You know what I mean? Meditate. Clear your thoughts. Get them thoughts out your head. Get some new ideas into your head. Get rid of them old ideas. Do some check downs. Ask them for correction. Ask them if you did this right. You know what I mean? And you'll get to know. You'll know. You know what I mean? Your conversation with your God is your conversation with your God. You know what I mean? Don't get rid of the middleman. Get rid of the middleman. Just start getting rid of the middleman. That's the part that make this whole religion, spirituality, that's what make it all complicated. Because the middleman is what's charging niggas. The middleman, the only one making profit. You know what I mean? When you remove the middleman, then the blessings come. You know what I mean? It ain't about a profit when you remove the little man. It's about the blessing. All right? So get used to removing the little man. And that's all it takes. You know what I mean? You got to remember, guys, when it comes to stress and depression, loneliness is the weapon for that. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. And that's only going to come from being alone and having a good mind on our head and being able to think clearly without the noise around us. You know what I mean? Without the worldly shit, without the worldly advice. You know what I mean? Nowadays, everybody will tell you how to win. They ain't win shit. Ain't nobody got a lot of championships. I don't see no jerseys hanging in the Raptor, but it's a lot of motherfucking spokespeople for winners. A lot of motherfuckers speak like winners, talk like winners, but I don't see no winning. I don't see no winning. You know what I mean? This is why I tell you guys, only listen to people that got results, B. It ain't even about receipts on women. It's about results and receipts on life. You know what I mean? It's about results and receipts on life. Nigga can't tell me how to live if he ain't living. Period. I don't give a fuck how cool they tell me he is. I don't give a fuck about all that. I don't care. I need to see some results. You can sound like $100. You can sound like you know everything about red pill. If I don't see no results, if I don't see you benefiting from the shit you teaching me, fuck I look like listening to you. But I know this is entertainment, and we here, and it's like people we go by the likes. So, you know what I mean? People vouch for people, you know what I mean? People hold ding-a-ling, and they vouch for other people because the other people kick them back some bread and they hold ding-a-ling. And it's just a lot of ding-a-ling holding in this community. It's just a lot of, like in life, and everywhere you go, just gonna be a lot of gatekeeping and ding-a-ling holding, yo. You know what I mean? Word. But Eyes is Abraham. I am Abraham. You know what I mean? I am Abraham. Definitely, women are a byproduct of their quality of living. And this is why I tell those parents that like to take this, I'm single and I'm independent. This is why your kids be fucked up. And this is why the stats show those kids that don't have a dad because their moms choose to be this independent meathead. Those kids be always fucked up, and the statistics show it because those kids need that extra energy. You know what I mean? And the parents, they think that they doing something. As long as you stay in government zaddy's Section 8 and government zaddy's little entitlement areas, you don't do your kid no benefits. You choose poverty, and that already sets your kid back. That sets your kids 10 steps back, because in life, it go according to your address. So when your kid filling out things in life, they looking at your kid address. So now they're already labeling and they categorizing your kid as one thing because of you deciding to be lazy and stay. So this is why I don't pay no mind to these little baby moms, these baby mother terrorists and these hell of a mothers. But we ain't on them today because they gonna be lonely. And they could take some of this. They could if they want, but see, they wouldn't take this advice. You know what I mean? They wouldn't take this advice. You know what I mean? Because it's hard. And they like social media too much. So, you know what I mean? Social media is a big part to the reason why people feel lonely, because you see too much. The more you see, the more you end up trying to do. You know what I mean? And that's going to cause loneliness. You know what I mean? Well, let's get back to this list, man. What got me going in right here, man? I'm earning my money today. T.O., I'm earning my money today. They said I'm going to earn my money today. It's a rare time to be 100% you, bro. I just touched on this, guys. When you embrace being lonely, you get to be you. Like, you get to walk around this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Look, no, I ain't got a female here. I ain't got no kids here. I can embrace me. I could walk around this motherfucker butt ass naked. I could be me, and I get to learn me. I get to learn what makes me comfortable, what I like. You know what I mean? Without having to appease this person looking, or without this person. You know what I mean? You really get to know what you like. And that's how you build standards, guys. That's how you build your own standards, and that's how you build your own originality. That's how you carve your own originality, you know what I mean? Your originalness to this whole world, you know what I mean? You carve that by being alone. See, the more you're around people, the more you conform to their style and you act like them and you start to sound like them. And next thing you know, you're thinking like them. All y'all think alike because all y'all agree with one type of ideology, and y'all let that ideology speak for all of y'all. So, you know what I mean? That's what it is. It's pick a side and stay in it. You know what I mean? But it's the rare time, so you want to embrace that, B. It's a real good feeling when you know, once you learn you and you know who you is and you good with that, man, listen. It's no end to that, though. It's no end to learning you, because you're going to always be evolving. If you do what I'm telling you right, you're going to always be evolving, changing, fast, too. You know what I mean? Fast. And it's okay. Don't let nobody shame you for switching up, because they running around here trying to shame the person that switch. Oh, people be switching up. You supposed to switch up, because switch up mean growth. If you're not switching up, then you're not growing. And then they happy for you. That's when they happy for you. Because you know why? Because if you switch up, they can't switch up because they don't want to do the work. And then you're going to look like you're ahead of them. And that's the problem. Because people want you to do good, but they don't want you to do better than them. All right? So that's why I tell you, stop hating on people and start mimicking and studying folks. Because y'all motherfuckers that hate on a brother like myself, when I'm out here giving you the answer key, bro, and I got the answers. You know what I mean? You see I got the answers, bro. What happened? You know I got the answers, bro. Word. And like I said, I could take my whole answer key. I could be that little nerd girl in the class that sat there and knew the whole and just sat there. No. I could have done that. I could do that. Nah, I'm for my bros. I'm for the bros. I'm my brother keeper, yo. You feel me? You know, I see a lot of my brothers be feeling like y'all lonely. Don't feel like y'all lonely. Y'all be feeling like y'all need a girl. Them women need y'all way more than y'all need the girls. The women are lonelier than y'all. The women are lonelier than y'all. They just know how to hold it down and lie. Remember, I told you the women are liars, yo. They lie and eat crab legs. That's all these modern women know how to do. 71 to 80% of women all they know how to do is lie and eat crab legs, guys. Now, I ain't trying to tell you guys to become liars. I'm telling you guys to be truthful. Just be truthful to yourself. Be truthful to them. Know what I mean? No cap. No cap, no flex. Know what I mean? But they need you more than you need them. And shake that loneliness feeling. You're not lonely, bro. You bored. You know what I mean? There's a big difference. You fill that void of boredom with a purpose, and you will never ever fix your mouth to say you feel lonely again. You know what I mean? Ever. That's just how that works. That's just the math on that. Remember, guys, what I tell you all the time? 1 + 1 = 2, not 11. That's a fact, idle hands. All they do is eat crab legs and lie. You know what I mean? I wouldn't trust a modern female unless she died until I came back. Word up. I would never trust a modern female unless she died until I come back. And that's a fact, guys. Don't trust these women. These modern females, 71 to 80% of them is to not be trusted, bro. They don't even trust themselves. They don't know what they're going to do. So why would you trust somebody that don't know what they're going to do? I mean, I tell you guys all the time, and it's easy. You guys be knowing the 71 to 80% women. Y'all know the 7 out of 10 women when y'all see them, hear them, smell them. Their aura give them away all of the time. I'd rather be lonely. If that's who you got to pick out there, I'd rather be lonely than to be with that. You remember, I read you the verse. Our creator said he'd rather be on a rooftop, in the corner of a rooftop, than to be with one of those women. You know what I mean? So how special do you think you are, sir? If our creator said he would rather sleep in the desert than to be with one of those women, you Superman? Like, what is you? You know what I mean, guys? So no, don't ever play that. Don't play that role. Don't play that Superman role. You can't save these women. These women don't belong to us men. And that's where a lot of us start tripping at. You know what I mean? These women belong to the creator. They got to take that up with the creator. Their problem is with the creator. We got to mind our business on that. The ones that want to deal with us, then we'll deal with those. But the ones that don't want to deal with us, leave them alone. Let them deal with the creator. Because from the jump, those women ain't want to deal with us. From the jump, them women wanted to run off to the Red Sea. Remember? You know what I mean? Number 7, guys. Alone time make you more empathetic. Yes, it do, guys. You ever had a person that you always see annoying? They be annoying, but the more you see them, the more they annoy you. But then when you don't see them for a long time, you kind of don't want to knock their head off. You know what I mean? They still won't be your bestie, but they don't annoy you as much because through space creates love. This is how you create love with your partner. This is how you create attachment with your partner, by not being all on top of them. And it makes it special so that when you do see them, it's like, oh, all right. You know what I mean? But definitely, guys, the alone time make you more empathetic, B. All right? Y'all look that up, too. I'm sure the statistics will show you that. What's that? Number 8, guys. Number 8. When you are alone, you set to really know yourself. Yeah. Again, guys, let's go back to what I just said. You really you set the table to really know yourself when you're alone, guys. You know what I mean? You learn your standards. You learn everything it is that you need to know. You know what I mean? Everything. Everything. You know what I mean? Where we at? Where we at? Yeah, where we at? Where we at? All right. And you know what else, guys, with that one, with number 8, when you're alone, you set to really know yourself. That's when you're really gonna learn about worshiping yourself. That's when you're gonna really learn about putting yourself on that pedestal, because you're gonna get used to that. And you're gonna get used to embracing that. You're gonna be like, yo, I'm used to this type of feeling. I'm used to treating myself like this. So all that means is you're not gonna allow nobody to treat you like nothing. You're not going to allow nobody to treat you like nothing, because you know how you treat yourself. You know what I mean? A lot of us guys go into these relationships not taking care of ourselves, not knowing what it is to cover our own basics and take care of our own basics. So we go into these relationships with women who we think we like the women, and half the times we don't even like the woman. We care less about the woman. We grow an attachment. We grow attachment to what she take care for us, because we can't take care of it. You know what I mean? So if she got the crib, this is why you see the dudes that end up with them big, nasty looking females, the sloppy females, the unhealthy females, because they have the crib, you know what I mean? And the dude ain't got nowhere to go. And the dude homeless, and he don't want to humble down and go live at his mom's crib. He don't want to go to the shelter. He want to play the role of, I got my own crib, but he's staying with a chick who is low-hanging fruit. You know what I mean? So this is why you want to get rid of that. You want to know yourself, to know that you worth more than low-hanging fruit just because she got a crib and she can control you. You know what I mean? When you know your worth, you ain't trading a chick to control you for her little studio apartment. You know what I mean? Her studio dance hall apartment. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck how many rooms it got and how big it is. You ain't going for that. You know what I mean? Once you know yourself. And that's only gonna come from you going monk mode, being alone, guys. Alone time, guys, it boosts your memory, guys. When you're alone and you thinking for yourself and you ain't engulfed in the worldly drama, you gonna hold more memory. You gonna hold more memory space, like a memory card, guys. If you only playing one game, your memory is gonna be focused on that one game. It ain't until you start to multitask and you start to open up 6 and 7 games that, all right, now you may lose some memory in this one lane here. You know what I mean? And that's how that works, guys. If you're not noticing the pattern, we on 9, and I couldn't pull one bad thing about being alone, guys, because that just goes to show you. I could give you 105 reasons why I'd rather be alone than in a pack or in a group. You know what I mean? And that's not to say that I'm not the most one of the greatest team workers of them all. Like that's when I stand on my teamwork and I stand on my loyalty. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if it came down to it, I have no problem being alone. I have no problem being alone. You know what I mean? Miss Goodbread did some fuck shit today or tomorrow. I have no problem being alone. And that is your superpower, guys. That's how you get your girl to submit. That's how you get your girl to show. That's how you show your girl your worth. You ain't got to tell her. You ain't got to put your hands on her. You tell her, you show her your worth by your ability to be alone. From her ass too, bro. You know what I mean? You guys be doing all types of sucker shit, scared to lose the woman. You scared to lose the woman, you know what I mean? And if you scared to lose the woman, then she will never submit to you. Do you know that? Woman is not gonna submit to dudes that she think that she know is scared to lose her. She just gonna do more fuck shit to you because she know you ain't going nowhere. You scared to lose her. You know what I mean? The dudes that have total control and maximum control and leverage and is absolute alphas in their relationship, they're not scared to leave. Anything, bro. You see how y'all dudes walk around on eggshells, how beta males walk around on eggshells with their female. That's exactly the same way alpha males have their female. But it's not even on some funny shit. It's just on some, all this here will start another thing. I will go, you know what I mean? Because you know, I know my worth. By me being alone, right? Me being alone, doing the work on myself, by myself, for myself, I know I know how much water is in my bucket, right? So if I was to go over to the next lawn and the next grass, I know my bucket. So whether that grass over there is green, gray, yellow, brown, or black, I can get it green. And you gotta have that type of swag in order to have your girl submit, in order to really be win and thrive in this dating and relationship world. You have to have that mindset that I just told you right there. And not only come from embracing your loneliness, guys. Dead ass. You know what I mean? But you gotta have that mindset. You gotta have the mindset of, I will leave all of this shit. I'm not personally worshiping any of this, and I am not personally invested in any of this shit. Because I could do it again. I'll do it over from scratch. I don't care. You can't have that scarcity mindset. You can't fear loss. You can't have that fear loss, guys. Because that is what's gonna hold you back. That is what's gonna keep you in a controlled environment, in a situation that's not conducive to good living. You know what I mean? Number 10, alone time lets you cut out the nonsense and meditate. Back to the meditate. Like I said, I've been screaming this all connected. You cut out the nonsense, you cut out the noise, you know what I mean? You cut out all that shit and you get straight to the meditation and get to that generating the thoughts. That's all meditating is. It's God talking to you, putting thoughts in your head, and you festering through the thoughts. That's all it is, guys. That's all it is. Number 11, being alone make you discover how complete you really are. Now, this is, again, guys, you don't lie to yourself, because when you go out there in that world and you're not a complete person, all you're going to do is drag somebody down or get used. You know what I mean? Either you're going to drag somebody down because you're claiming that you're whole and you're going to be looking for a hole. But if you know what I mean, this is why you want to be alone, so that you can see, all right, I lack in this area. Let me fix my shit. So that way, when you get out there and you start meeting people, you can honestly sit there and say, I'm a whole. So now when you meet a person, and if they're not a whole, meaning they don't have their basics covered, then you know that's no deal. Simple, plain and simple. No deal. It's a no-go. How else do you want to negotiate? Should we be negotiating something else? You know what I mean? Like, but as far as me investing in you, no go. You know what I mean? You want to sleep together for the night and you have fun, I have fun, we could do that. You know what I mean? But as far as all that extra shit, nah, we're not doing that. You got to know your worth. Alone time without the internet. Now, this is the toughest challenge that y'all guys is going to have to come through. Those of you guys that's not marketing anything on the internet and you're not generating paper through the internet, you guys need to be able to do this easy. You guys should be able to do this easy. And those of you that can't do this, you're going to be poor for the rest of your life. I'm telling you. You know why? Because social media is designed to keep you distracted and keep you from being alone. It makes you, engages you, and it'll put you right there live and direct with a bunch of bullshit, with a bunch of, you know what I mean? It's like food that don't have no nutrients. You know what I mean? That's what social media and a lot of this entertainment that they push and they constantly push at you guys, a lot of the entertainment that they do and push at you guys is food without nutrients, food without no supplement, without no nutritious facts on it. You know what I mean? And that's what they want you guys to eat, because that's what's going to keep you guys neutral, keep you guys dependent on them. You know what I mean? That's how that works, guys. I mean, this is why you hear me scream all of the time. Educate yourself over entertain yourself. There's always room for a little bit of entertainment, but you use entertainment as a way of treating yourself. You don't use entertainment as the full course meal, bro, because you just gonna be dumb as a doorknob, yo. A dumb nigga, like, and I'm sorry to say, that's what you're gonna be. You know what I mean? You want to educate yourself. Being alone makes you appreciate people more. This is a fact, guys. It makes you appreciate people more. I just told you about that. I already went over that with you guys. You know what I mean? It's just like that when you're with your girl. When you don't speak to your girl in a long time, you be wanting to call her. You know what I mean? When you don't call your girl in a long time and she ain't calling you to nag you and get on your nerve and you sit there till the phone get hot, nothing to talk about, ain't shit y'all talking about. You're sitting there listening to each other breathe, just a bunch of wasted time. Like, you might as well clock in with her, like the girl that had to do clock in for the 12-hour shift. Like, it gets to the point where it's obnoxious, and it's stupid, and it's counterproductive. You know what I mean? But when you do it right, it just got a great feeling. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? When you go long periods of time speaking to, and this is like that with family members too, guys. You know what I mean? You notice how when you used to be little, you used to go to Cuzzo crib on a Friday. By Sunday, y'all ready to kill each other. By the time your mom's come to pick you up, or that Sunday afternoon, that Sunday night, you was ready to kill Cuzzo. Because the more upper closer on y'all each other, the more frustrated y'all get with each other. But, you know what I mean? Through space, you see, then once you go home Sunday, then Monday, Tuesday, you can't wait till Friday comes so you can bring your ass right back on over there. Because in time, you grow love. Time grows love. You know what I mean? I don't like saying that time heal all wound joint, because that's a lot. But time does generate love. Time garners love. And where we at now, guys? 14. Being alone gives the body a chance to catch up to the mind. This is a fact, guys. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta slow the fuck down. Like, our body is not able to keep up with our brain. Our brain is the biggest muscle in our body, the strongest muscle in our body. And the shit is constantly moving. We're generating thoughts. We're throwing away thoughts. We're locking memory. You know what I mean? So it's no way. And as the older you get, your body slows down. So there's no way your body can keep up with your mind unless you slow it down yourself. And that come with isolating yourself. You know what I mean? Isolating, relaxing, slowing it down, guys. Slow it down. I mean, remember, life is balance. You want that perfect balance, guys. Perfect balance. All right? As close to perfect as possible. Ain't nothing gonna be perfect, but you want to get it a balance. Number 15, guys, last but not least, number 15. Alone time jumpstart I had this shit before I wrote it too, right? Hold on, let me get it. Parasympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system. This is the nervous system that, you know what I mean? Should I run? Should I go? Should I just calm down? This is the nervous system that have you calm down. This is the shit that controls you to calm down or react, or, you know what I mean? And of course, guys, this is one of the most important systems you want to have, guys. You know what I mean? You want to have this system in check. This is how you react to things, guys. You know what I mean? So if you don't have your timing down, then you're gonna be screwed in life, guys. You're gonna be missing opportunity. You're gonna be wrong place, wrong time and shit. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be that. All right, he said the gluts are the largest, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right, so the gluts is the largest. I learn something every day. Like I tell you guys, I don't claim to be the smartest person in the world, you know what I mean? At all, by any stretch of the imagination. You know what I mean? I might be the happiest motherfucker in the world. I might be the freest motherfucker in the world, because I am Abraham. They don't get no freer than me. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely not the smartest person in the world. So, you know what I mean? I go back on all my videos and I look and see things that I can look up and research and facts check. So, you know what I mean, guys? It's been real, guys. I hope I helped a lot of you guys. I hope I helped you. You know what I mean? This is one of the important ones, guys. You know what I mean? This is one of the important ones because a lot of people struggle with this. This is my 4th most asked question in my emails. So I know a lot of people wanted to know how to deal with this right here. So, you know what I mean? I gave it to you straight out like that, man. Flat out straight. You know what I mean? In order to deal with loneliness, you got to embrace it. That's how you deal with loneliness, to embrace it. Because truthfully, I told you guys, everybody is lonely at some point. There's 4 seasons of loneliness, guys. You know what I mean? And if you ain't lonely, your season coming, guys. It is what it is. It's just life. But when it is, when it's your turn and you are lonely, use that, because that's a sign from God telling you something. Remember, people are only lonely. People are only lonely. People are only lonely. Well, people are lonely for 3 reasons, yo. Because God want to communicate with you. God want to examine something on you, or want you to examine something, and he want to prepare you for something that's next to come. So that lonely feeling is kind of like, it's like the little intro to the new you. All right, guys? It's for real, guys. Don't forget to check out the video library, where we got extensive exclusive videos. I think I done figured it out, guys. I think I'll be going live every day. I'll be doing a live at around 9:30. Around 9:30, I'll be doing a live. Y'all know, look for my regular clip videos, my news clipping videos. I'll be dropping those by 10 o'clock every day. You know what I mean? 10 and 5, I'll drop one of those videos, my pre-record videos. And then I'll be live, guys, every day at 9:30. I'll be live at 9:30. If you guys have any topics that y'all want to discuss, just inbox it to my Facebook Messenger. That's Mr. Scott, Mr. Goodbread Scott on Facebook. Just inbox it to my Facebook Messenger. I'll gladly do any topic you guys got. If you guys want to feature on the channel, if you guys got an idea, you guys got a topic that you want to feature and do it with me, break it down with me, also inbox me, guys. My Instagram is under complete U-Haul right now. I'm looking to hire somebody that could run my Instagram. So if you good with media and you good with social media, and especially Instagram, and you know how to run it, then inbox me over on Facebook Messenger, and we could work something out. We could set something up. But I'm definitely looking for somebody to run my Instagram and get it popping for me over there. All right. And salute to everybody that tuned in. I really, really appreciate you guys. Much love and support, y'all. All right.
No, I'm ticklish. No, you're not. You ain't ticklish right there. I've been on my feet all day. I'm gonna give you a foot massage. No, boy, bye. What you mean? Holler at me when I get on break. You wanna holler at me? Why you treating me so good? I know your love language is acts of service. I just want to show you how you should really be appreciated. I'm about to go to Starbucks for you. You want your same usual, caramel frap, caramel on top and the bottom with some whipped cream? Not you knowing my whole Starbucks order by heart. I mean, somebody got to pay attention to your cute ass.